This burner is an example of a single slot burner. It's called a single slot burner because it has a single row of ribbons. This is an example of a 3-slot ribbon burner. It's called a 3-slot burner because it has 3 distinct slots. 1, 2, 3. A 3-slot ribbon burner is a high-capacity burner. There are 3 different types of flame controls. The 120-volt control in the plastic enclosure. A 24-volt control in an aluminum enclosure, and the newer version of the 120-volt control in an aluminum enclosure. So to repeat, you may have one of 3 flame controls. The 120-volt control in a plastic enclosure. The 24-volt AC control in an aluminum enclosure, or the 120-volt control in an aluminum enclosure. Each enclosure has an on-off switch. And in the 120-volt plastic enclosure, green light indicates flame on, red light indicates flame failure. Similarly, in the 24-volt aluminum control, green, flame on, red, flame off. In the 120-volt aluminum enclosure, we have a power on light, which is amber, and a flame on light, which is green. If we have a flame failure, then the flame on light will go out. The gas inlet to the air-gas mixing station is at this point. And the gas train is painted yellow. This component is a gas pressure gauge. It shows the inlet gas pressure. It is very important that the pressure be no more than 1 pound per square inch, which is the same as 27 inches of water, and a minimum of approximately 6 inches or 1/4 pound of pressure. If the pressure exceeds 1 psi, do not operate this unit, and consult Flynn. The red-handled valve is a gas shutoff valve. And the position shown is open. 90 degrees, as shown, is closed. So we will open the gas tank. So now gas has come into the unit. There's a 2-inch, a 5-inch pressure, a 4-inch pressure. The next component is a zero gas pressure regulator. The function of a zero gas pressure regulator is to maintain zero gas pressure and to open and close in response to air pressure to maintain a preset ratio. The zero gas pressure regulator, although it has a cap, is never to be adjusted. Let me repeat, never adjust a zero gas pressure regulator. You'll see that we have a sensing line that runs from the top of the zero gas pressure regulator to this point just above the air gas mixer. The next component is a solenoid gas shutoff valve. It is controlled through the flame control. When the flame control is energized, switch turned on, there is power to the solenoid and it will open. At the same time, the electrode is energized. There's an approximately 10-second trial for ignition. Gas is flowing, air is flowing. You have ignition and the burner lights. And we'll see all of this in a moment. Next component is a gas ratio adjustment. And this valve is adjusted to give you the air-gas ratio that gives you the optimum flame chemistry for flame treatment. You'll notice that there is a valve that you can open or close this valve. Now it's shown in the closed position. Now it's open. And then there's a cap. And if the cap is removed, there is an adjusting screw. Now we have gas going into the mixer. That is your gas side. Now let's look at the air side. Combustion air to the mixer is supplied either by a standalone blower, which is part of the air gas mixing station, or by customer supplied compressed air. In either case, air is introduced into the air manifold through an air control valve. And you'll notice that we have a pressure gauge on the air side and a manual valve, which operates in a similar manner to the gas valve. In this position, it is closed completely. In this position, it is open completely. And the air valve is operating in between the open and closed position. And air now is introduced into the air side of the air gas mixer. So we have air, we have gas, they're mixed, and the combustible air gas mixture is supplied to the burner. At this point, let's energize the combustion air blower by opening this switch. If the unit is not supplied with a combustion air blower, then we have customer supplied compressed air. You notice that the pressure is approximately 10 inches of water, which is too high for initial start. So let's close the valve until we get approximately 2 inches. Our ratio valve is open. Our gas valve is open. Our pressure reads 4 inches. And we're ready now to energize the flame control. And we do that by turning the switch on and the burner lights. That's an example of a well-adjusted burner. low fire. This is a single slot burner. Now if we open up the air valve, because in order to get more output, more burner output, we control the air, not the gas. The zero regulator will open or close as the combustion air increases or decreases. Now we're going to open up the air valve. The gas flame, the gas flow will increase, and the flame will get bigger. Now you see, as we open up the air valve, the ratio of air to gas stays the same. That's because the zero gas pressure regulator is maintaining that preset ratio. Now, how do we change the ratio? That we do by the adjusting screw in the ratio valve. Now I'm going to turn the adjusting screw counterclockwise, which is going to open that adjusting screw and allow more gas to flow into the mixer. Watch what happens to the flame appearance. This is an example of a rich flame. There is too much gas. Now we're going to turn the adjusting screw clockwise, which will decrease the flow of gas. Watch what happens to the flame appearance. We've lost the flame because we don't have enough gas in the air-gas mixture. Now I'm slowly opening the valve. I'm slowly turning the screw counterclockwise, increasing the gas flow. Good flame. Richer. Lifting off, very rich. Now we've lost the flame signal. Turning the screw clockwise, decreasing the gas flow. The flame gets paler. Starts to lift off the burner, we're losing it. Now I'm opening it up to get more gas. See how it settles. You see how we go from lean, unstable flame, more gas, more or less optimum, more gas, more gas. This is a single slot burner. As we open up the air valve, the pressure will increase to a maximum of 16 ounces, which is the same as 1 pound. And the burner firing rate is at its max.